and everyone has an opinion. 68% of economists are saying the Federal Reserve will announce another round of bond purchases today. What exactly will happen? Why are the ECB and the Federal Reserve on now an open path of destroying their currency? Why is that happening? We'll find out in this installment of Collapse Confirmation News. Everybody, Fabian for Liberty, FabianForLiberty.com wanted to roll out a new edition of Collapse Confirmation News because so many things are happening. This is the global economic reset that we are in the midst of. And I'm going to just roll out where I think we're at and where I think this is headed over the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years. I don't know the timeline. I do know the direction. And I know the direction because history tells us where these economic events typically end up. This morning I was honored to have breakfast with the great Magabu guru, Richard Doty, a man who is in the gold and silver circles, really one of the best newsletter writers really of all time. His analysis has been spot on. He did retire about a year ago, but if you go back and read his articles, you'll find he's been spot on with gold and silver. Was all in gold and silver back in 2001, 2002, and history has shown he was completely right. And in talking to him today, one of the themes of our discussion was, does the Federal Reserve, did Ben Bernanke today, when he announces, which I believe he will announce, the potential of an open-ended bond purchase, basically open-ended money printing. I mean, they call it QE, quantitative easing. That's fancy political talk, or should I say academic talk for money printing, is really all it is. Just like Mario Draghi with the ECB, ex-Goldman Sachs Mario Draghi, saying, ECB, we're going to basically come up with the Eurobond, we're going to print Eurobonds, we're going to buy the pigs, we're going to buy their debt, Spain, Portugal, Ireland, Italy. We're going to buy all their debt, as much of their debt as we can, for the unforeseeable future until this thing turns around. But there will be no turning around, because you cannot solve a debt problem with more debt. It's like pouring gasoline on the fire to try to put out the fire. It's not going to happen. This is why yesterday I wrote an article that I'm posting today on the FabianForLiberty.com, which is titled, the top 3 things that the Liberty Movement needs to help awaken the American people about dead Americans in Libya. Kind of a long title, but what are the top 3 things that happened in Libya yesterday that we can take from, that we have to help waken up other people for what is coming, for this global economic reset? It all comes back to the economy. The events in Libya and the events of the Arab Spring that have been shaping the Middle East and Northern Africa for the last year and a half, it's all about the economy. I think many of us now realize that the destabilization campaigns that have been conducted at the hands of the CIA-trained assets of Al-Qaeda in Syria, in Egypt, in Tunisia, in Libya, and now the Muslim Brotherhood taking control of many of these countries, that we know that in the destabilization, there will be more conflict. I mean, now we hear intelligence community saying that Egypt is now meeting with Iran, something they said would never happen. Now they're discussing different strategies for their own defense or for to undermine the security of Israel. I don't know. We're also seeing Israel play a much bigger role in American politics like never before. Benjamin Netanyahu to come out and basically throw out the dirty laundry of his grievances with Obama instead of going behind the diplomatic scene is pretty amazing, considering the fact that him and Romney go way back and they're buddy-buddy. Many are saying, well, he's trying to help Romney get elected. There's just so many things going on in the world with respect to a greater regional war that I believe will break out in the Middle East like it usually has, and engulf not only the region but the world. Israel, Iran, Russia, China, all of these countries have taken the position. Russia, China have now come together in defense of Syria. And they've come together economically as well. Now, going back to the destruction of the currency, today when Bernanke announces QE3 or whatever they're going to call it, you have to ask yourself, why are they going down these paths? Why are they going down the path of money printing? Why are they going down the path of destroying the currency? Why are they going down the path of knowing that the actions that they take will cause massive inflation? Gasoline prices today at a 3-year high. Anybody that goes to the grocery store knows inflation is running rampant. But of course, it's not part of the CPI, so there is no inflation. They can get away with the lie, inflation's only running 2-3%. Here's my thoughts on where this is ending, where this is going, quite frankly. They will continue to print money, and gold and silver prices will continue to increase in value. Not so much that they're increasing in value, just that the dollar is decreasing in value, and you need more dollars to buy. Now, ahead of the meeting, the dollar is sliding. It's about 11 o'clock now Eastern Time as I shoot this video on a Thursday, September 13th. And we have the dollar sliding ahead of news that Bernanke most likely is going to be printing more money, and so of course it's going to affect the value of the dollar. But yet we hear in China, they're buying gold like crazy, plus they have 1 billion people that are hungry for washing machines, hot water heaters, cars, furniture, consumer electronics, you name it. You name it. The global reset is on, ladies and gentlemen, but they need a major conflict, a major war to reset the world reserve currency. I believe that will be a gold-backed Chinese currency, the gold-backed yuan. I believe it's already in the works. And in order for that to happen, 2 things must take place. The continued destruction of fiat currency in the West, and also a full-blown new war of the 21st century. In this case, it bringing in Russia, China, all these other countries. Because from the ashes of that war will be a new global currency, a new world reserve currency.